Zach Sang and the gang.
Zach Sang and the gang. We're hanging out in the city right now with Max Schneider, one of the stars of NBC Crisis. I love that show, dude.
Thank you. I'm glad.
Dude, it's an addicting show.
Mm-hmm.
You're very soft-spoken today. You've always been like this.
I guess. I don't know.
I've known you for a few years now, on and off.
Yeah.
Life's been good?
Yeah. Everything's wonderful.
Tell me about NBC's Crisis.
It's awesome, man. I mean, I love the show, and we're just as hooked as everybody else. Like, I always say, when we would get the scripts every week, and we didn't know who's going to die next, what's going to happen next, so, like, we're just on the hook where people are watching now. We were like that every week.
Was that a fear for you? Did you think you were going to get, like, killed off?
There were moments. I never knew. Like, there were moments. It was about to happen, maybe it was.
Yeah.
And some, I won't say because we're not at that point yet, but some beloved characters do get killed off. But I think that's part of the magic of the show is that, some of my favorite shows, I'm, addicted to Game of Thrones and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that's the magic when you don't know what to expect. And I think the writers have done a great job of doing that with Crisis.
The teacher definitely goes. I'm making a prediction. The guy who's, he's definitely having like an affair with Halston's character.
Uh-huh.
He's dead. James, yeah, he's done.
James, you think he's dead?
He's done. I'm going to put money on that right now.
You put money on it? All right.
James is done. Who else do I think is going to be done?
Yeah, tell me you think he's done, and I will respond.
Halston has too big of a role, but you and I don't know who plays your like best friend in the show. What's her name?
Stevie Lynn Jones, Beth Ann.
Yeah. She's not done. Mm-hmm. I think the teacher's got to be out, and maybe I think the teacher has to be out.
Yeah,
he's done.
Who else you think?
I don't know. I don't want to say like the Secret Service agent. I love him.
Yeah, you don't want him to die.
Maybe Halston's mom, but I feel like she holds a lot of cards in this.
She does.
You know what I mean? But also the first lady, she'll literally do anything to get her kid back because she said in the last episode, "I didn't take an oath. My husband did." I'm a very big fan. I'm into this.
I'm so glad. That's awesome.
So like I wonder. Like I'm kind of making predictions. I watch every Sunday night.
Yeah.
I record it. I'm out at 10 o'clock. I live a very active lifestyle, Max.
Of course.
So I can't be at my house at 10 o'clock at night.
I understand.
But I watch on Hulu and I record it.
As long as you're doing that, I'm happy.
Are people coming up to you? Do you see responses from this show?
Yeah. I've had some people come up and it's awesome. I'm so glad people are liking it. A very different crowd from
Nickelodeon.
From Nickelodeon in a lot of ways.
Is that was this a crazy role for you to take on post Nickelodeon in a sense?
I was really lucky. For me, I had a great time on all the shows on Nickelodeon, and it was a wonderful time for me. But being able to do this was exactly what I wanted, to go and make a 180 and do something new. And the show has been it's exceeded my expectations, and it's been a great way to really dive into a character I've never gotten to try out before. Ian's character gets much darker as the show goes on, and that's been wonderful to just go for.
I feel like I've only seen a little bit of your character from this point forward.
He's just creeping in.
I know that like you're not rich like the other guys.
I'm not. I'm a poor kid.
You're a poor kid.
I'm a poor little artist kid.
What do they want to do with the poor kid?
I know.
His parents hold no cards in this.
They don't even introduce my parents. They're like, who's his parents?
Yeah,
who knows?
whatever.
Who are they? I don't know. I didn't say anything.
Wow.
Who knows?
I'm looking at this in a whole new way.
Right?
I'm going to go there Sunday at 10 o'clock, and I'm going to think differently now.
Good.
I'm telling you, it's one of those shows, and I feel like it was a long time coming for NBC, speaking honestly. It's an addicting show.
I'm happy to hear that.
It's so good. What is it about it that you think is so addicting?
I think definitely the writers are wonderful. I mean, all the actors on the show have been a pleasure, but the writers really do a great job for not only for the actors, but for the audience to really keep you on your toes, which is what a show like this has to do. I mean, it's got to be a thriller. It's got to be suspenseful, and they do a great job with that.
This is the kind of show that I wish I can gang watch, like on Netflix, because I can't wait. Like, I'm waiting, but I know it's hard for me to wait that week to see the next episode.
Totally. You need to, it makes like, it's a lot of information at once.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for them to, put them all up.
And there's a lot of like very minor things that you need to pay attention to in the show, which is kind of like it's not a show that's challenging to watch, but it's a show that really it's mentally stimulating in a sense that like you need to pay attention. And those are the kind of shows I'm into, so it really fits perfectly.
Totally. And you could do that on NBC.com, which a bunch of friends of mine are like, how do I watch it? And I'm like, you didn't know you could just go on the website and you can watch it? So
the website, Hulu,
there's
DVR
a lot of great
that
places.
thing.
Yeah.
Can watch it anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're doing it with Halston, which is pretty cool because
you're
cool.
friends. Exactly. We were actually roommates the whole time in Chicago.
That's cool.
So, and she's one of my closest friends, and she's awesome.
Was that weird that you were able to go from one show with her to another?
We've always, we've always been so close, and our families have been so close that it was the perfect person. Everybody from How to Rock was awesome, but you know, we were already very close in that way, and we just were like, wow, this is awesome. We'll move on to this new adventure together.
Like, how wild is that though? Because every time you're here, and I always have to bring it up, is that you know, you started in 13. You started with, you know, Ariana and Liz and, you know, Graham and all these people who literally went from 13 to Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
With, I mean, and you, I mean, it was kind of insane to see the trajectory and to see kind of everybody kind of went together. You know what I mean?
It was a really funny coincidence.
It was wild.
And we've all, you know, stayed in touch and still been together, which is, it's crazy to start on that show and still be chilling and stuff.
What's next for you? Is it music? Because you are so talented. We were talking about your single before.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of music. I actually just got to work with Pharrell Williams last week for 2 days for some songs for the album, which was
That's
wonderful.
crazy.
Thank you.
Do you hear that? Did you just say that? You got to work with Pharrell Williams.
Yes, indeed.
He is the hottest dude right now.
He's amazing, man. I'm so happy for all his success right now. He's killing it.
That's wild.
It was
Is that nerve-wracking to walk into the studio with him?
You know, I first met him a couple months back, and that was, you know, he walked in, I was like, this is like one of my musical idols. And I kind of addressed the nerves by being like, this is really awesome, and I'm kind of freaking out. And he was like, he laughed a little. He's like, great, man, I'm so excited that you're excited. And that kind of, you know, eased the tension, broke the ice. And then when we got to work together, you know, just 2 days together, really getting to know each other was really wonderful and helped the music too.
Do you need to remind yourself that, like, holy crap, I'm really talented, and I am talented enough to be right now in the studio for 48 hours with Pharrell Williams? Like, that's insane.
It's, you know, I feel really lucky and blessed to do it. So I'm just happy to keep doing what I love doing.
Who else did you get to work with for this new album?
I've gotten to work with a lot of awesome people. I actually wrote with this awesome guy the other day named Tim Anderson, who was in a band called Rancid and in the Transplants. Very different style of music, but we wrote a song together, and I love this guy. It just started. This was like this week, so I'll probably write more with him. The main producer on the album, who did Mugshot, and the newest song that just came out is Streets of Gold. I just announced my EP is going to come out first week of May.
Congratulations.
So, thank you, sir. So I'm excited for that. And his name's Jake Sinclair, and he's the man. He's done. He actually did the new 5 Seconds of Summer single.
I love that song. Yeah, I love that song.
He's great. He did that, and he's done a lot of the, you know, Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco, and all those guys, which has been
And you
great
get to
working
work with these people.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. And he's, you know, we've been working together on this record for almost, you know, 9 months now, so I've gotten really close with him.
How excited are you to see this, like, baby of a record kind of just take off?
Oh, I'm so excited. It's been a long time, man. Dude, some of these songs are 5-6 years old that we just, you know, made into studio versions, and so now we get to actually share them now is really exciting.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's insane. Do you ever think about where you came from? Do you ever think about those 13 days and doing all that kind of stuff? And
totally.
Seeing it now, you have an NBC show, you have an album coming out, you're working with freaking Pharrell Williams. Like, that's wild.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think you always you have to remind yourself of that stuff. You get stuck in the clouds if you don't remind yourself of that stuff. You know?
It's important.
Yeah, absolutely.
What is next? Like, where do you see yourself going? I mean, right now you're in a good spot. Do you ever think of what's next?
You know, I love what I've been able to do now. Being able to do Crisis and be working on this record simultaneously has been awesome. Just flying back and forth from Chicago to LA and here. Yeah. A lot of flying, but otherwise it's been amazing. And I love that. I hope, you know, I hope that we keep going with Crisis or whatever's to come next. I hope I can always do that. Be able to go on tour, do music, and then because music is the most personal thing in the world to me, and acting is you get to dive into somebody else's life, and it's very therapeutic in that way where it's like, I get to experience someone else's life without being, you know, in that person's life. So for me, I hope that. I'm going on tour in June. The tickets go on sale tomorrow.
Wild.
I'm excited for that.
Where are you going? What stops are you going to hit?
We're doing, I think we're doing about 24 cities for this tour. June 4th, we start out in Santa Ana, go down to Los Angeles. We make one of these throughout the country. So we're doing New York, Chicago. I'll be playing here on the 17th. So
awesome.
Be around.
Yeah, I need to come. Yeah, are you going to be doing it with your girlfriend again? Just you and your girlfriend on the road?
She'll be hanging out. She'll be doing stuff. I got, you know, the band. I'm excited. Yeah.
That's wild. Yeah, isn't that the ultimate dream, right? Really, if you look at the fundamentals or like the root of like a musical career, isn't the dream just to perform your music? Success is amazing. It's incredible. Yeah. But for a musician, and even for someone like, you know, us here that we do the radio show, it's just doing your craft and getting a chance to just perform and just being there. You know, success and money come secondary.
Totally.
But to go and do that tour, that's incredible.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I'm so, I really, you know, I started with the management I'm with in August, and this is our first tour together, and been
Huge.
so great, and we're getting to hit cities I've never been to before, which is
Where are you going? And what are some of the cities that you've never been to?
We're going to we're playing at a Copper Mountain in Colorado.
Cool.
I'm playing Summerfest in Wisconsin.
Awesome. Where in Wisconsin?
It's I forget where it is in Wisconsin. It's my first festival, so I'm
awesome.
pumped for that.
They like me in Wisconsin. We're very big on the radio there.
Wonderful. That
yes.
is beautiful.
Where else?
Some places like Lancaster,
okay.
Pennsylvania. Some places like we're going to Philadelphia, but being able to play some cities that
around it.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Doing some Florida stuff. Atlanta, I've never played. I think we're playing Atlanta.
That's gonna be a good show.
Yeah, man, I'm pumped.
Are you going on the road with anybody? Like, do you have an opener?
We haven't announced the opener, but we're gonna have an opener. Yeah.
Someone good?
Yeah.
It can't be better than you.
No, they're gonna.
Is that the rule when you look for an opener, that they can't outshine you? That's what I do here. You know what I mean?
I think for me, there's a lot of people that do things. You can have people buy on as openers, things like that.
Yeah.
For me, I think it's important because whenever I've opened, it's been because someone was like, "Oh wow, I like your music, and I want to be a part of you."
Going forward, yeah.
So that's been important to me to find someone that I really do think their music is awesome, and we can, go on this tour together, enjoy each other's company, and
isn't that the important thing? Because you end up spending a lot of time with these people.
Yeah, and it's for people who do that for the wrong reason. I mean, that sucks that you just brought somebody because
exactly. I know a lot of people do that. They just, throw a few $1,000s at it, tens of thousands of dollars at it, and they get on a tour and do whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know this person. I don't like you.
Yeah, and I think it's so important. Like when I went on the road with Victoria, that was an amazing thing for me, and I'm always grateful to her because it wasn't because of any of that stuff. It was just like they liked the music, and that was cool, and I'm glad that we got to do that together because that inspired me to be the same way.
Dude, congratulations! You have a lot going on.
Appreciate it, man.
NBC's Crisis. It's Sundays at 10 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I love the show.
I'm so glad.
You got to watch it if you haven't watched it already. It's really stellar, man. You kick ass. The whole cast kicks ass.
Thanks, dude.
Do you think it's going to go for a second season? Please tell me yes.
If you keep watching, if everybody keeps watching and spreads the word. Then
who do I need to write a letter to make sure it gets a second season? Because that's how into it I am.
I'm so happy you are. Heck yeah.
Dude, it's so good.
Totally, man.
And you have the EP coming out first week of May.
EP comes out first week of May.
May.
It comes out first week of May. Did it again. Heck yeah, baby. And then, and the tour goes on sale tomorrow, Friday.
Kick ass, man. Whatever you need from us, we're here.
You're the man.
Keep the singles coming, dude. We're here. Seriously.
You, baby.
Congratulations.
Thanks, dude.